that active and like defending.
I think it's like
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
People deluded, I'm back again. I hope you're doing well and safe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. Appreciative of all the support you give my platform. If you're new here, and if you're not new here, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you've hit the like button, make sure you've commented your opinions. Now, it's true about the magic of the FA Cup. You know, giant killings are a real thing, but I'm happy to say Arsenal have won 3 goals to nil against Oxford United. This sets up a fantastic game against Manchester City. The apprentice against Mikel Arteta up against the master in Pep Guardiola. We're going to deal with them in the league. We're going to deal with them in the FA Cup. It's normal, but isolated to today, what can I say? First things first, clean sheet, 3 goals, through to the next round. No replay being played, no extra time and all of that jazz. That's the first thing I'm happy about. Anytime you can win, whether it be in the cup, the league, or whatever, it's great. So we keep winning. Obviously, everything crossed for Buyako Saka that there's no problems with him. Obviously, he came off injured for Smith Rowe. Shout out to Smith Rowe for being fit going into the North London derby. God, I only ask one thing. If there's anything with Saka's thigh, knees, any of them things, take mine in it. Saka's playing for Arsenal. I'm chatting shit on YouTube. So, pardon me, I don't need mine. Pardon me, as I said, it's nice to win. It's nice to get 3 goals. It's nice to get a clean sheet. It's nice to be through to the next round. It's nice to see Eddie Nketiah, who in all competitions has done quite well. Stat pad and scum pad, couple goals, keep his confidence up. Nice to see Fabio Vieira get at least two assists. Nice to see Martinelli get 1 as well. Nice to see a rotated side just got the job done. Credit to Oxford. They remained compact. They remained defensive in the first half. They remained a lot. They forced us to play a lot of long balls. They were quite congested. They were fouling us and rattling us. We should have had a penalty. There were several fouls. Oxford gave a good account of themselves, and in many ways, it's a bit unfortunate that it's 3-0. People. Obviously, we did make changes. I don't want to make no excuses, like what happened in the second half. The team that started, regardless of changes and who's there, who's not, they're good enough to get a result. They're good enough to win the game. They're good enough to play a lot better. I did feel in the first half, Oxford weren't allowing us to play passes. We're forcing long balls forward. They're very compact and congested. Obviously, with no Granit Xhaka or Partey, I do think the absence of Granit Xhaka was more felt. No coincidence, Granit Xhaka has come on and we've won 3-0. But yeah, I think our midfield didn't have nothing. And a byproduct of that was Saka's basically picking up the ball where a fullback would. Fabio Vieira's picking up the ball where number 6 would. And Martinelli and Tini in the first half was probably the most, they'll trying to make things happen, but there was nothing really of note. I did think with Tomiyasu and Holding, they're more conservative players. We were kind of killing our build-up play, even though no one was terrible. I didn't think the midfield with El Nene tried, but he's not the guy for that. I did think Lokonga hit a bit, not to make it all about him. First 20 minutes was more testament to Oxford United than us, really, because we didn't ask any questions. For at least the first 15 minutes, the best chance was when we had a great passage of play and Tomiyasu's cross wasn't quite good enough. They limited the space. I don't think throughout the whole game until we made changes, our centre mids offered enough. I think our front 3 or front 4, if we extend that to Fabio Vieira, kind of being marked out the game because of 2 things: the double whammy of Oxford United's shape, and also with the fact of we're not moving the ball fast enough. Things that we can do in 2 touch, we're taking 5, and all of those sort of things. So halftime was really just that. At halftime, my notes, all I could say is big up to Oxford. They were united, they were compact, they were getting numbers back, they were forcing us backwards. We couldn't really cut them open regardless. We had nothing consistently where our midfield was or in the final third. I do think we should have had a penalty. I do think the ref was having a lot of dodgy decisions, but despite the ref, despite the changes, despite what Oxford United are doing, we had enough to do a lot more going into halftime. I had a lot more to win this game from the players who started. Simply put, people, we are looking like a team that's made several changes. You are seeing the absence, I feel, of Granit Xhaka in particular, and you saw what him and Zinchenko brought to the table. But I felt at halftime, we needed more intensity, more invention, more intention, and ultimately more life in our game to play a lot faster, because we're banging it into the channels. It's not working. Saka, Martinelli, Eddie Nketiah, Fabio Vieira, in terms of the final third or putting the keeper under pressure, there's no problems. And Oxford United was shook. Big up Anderson. He had a good game. A couple of Oxford youths really had good games, but the keeper, they're just banging it into the channels, really, and just relying on the ref to give them some fouls and that, really. We didn't offer anything in the first half. Probably our worst attacking first half in football in all comps this season, which, again, it's not that deep. Oxford United haven't asked any questions, and I would say the one benefit for us really is that we, you know, it's 0-0. I think even Matt Turner was probably our man of the match in the first half. Had a great couple Cruyff turns, and that tells you everything really. Simply put, second half we turned it on really and truly. You know, we had a couple of opportunities. Second half, we started off a lot better. We had about 4 corners in the first opening 10 minutes, and we did what we needed to do. El Nene's taking advantage of a dead ball scenario from Fabio Vieira. You know, Granit Xhaka's won the ball for the second, found Fabio Vieira, and he's found Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah has been provided by Martinelli to make it 3-0. So what more can you say? We've won the game. We've got 3 goals. We've got a clean sheet. Hopefully, Saka, there's no injuries really there. I mean, this game does kind of highlight why we need rotation, because while I understand Saka and Martinelli playing, and I actually advocated it for them playing, because we're playing on a Monday and a Sunday, there's enough minutes, enough days to rest, get some minutes, keep scoring goals. I think it's shown why, you know, we need a couple more additions, specifically out wide and probably even centre mid. I don't think anyone played amazing or anyone played bad below anyone, but it's another game you kind of wanted more from Lokonga. You know, is Cedric going to move? Because he didn't play in this game. He weren't even on the bench, and he has been linked with Villarreal in Spain. Germany's buying Leverkusen, and also a fellow London club in Fulham, people. So it's nice to see Fabio Vieira got 2 assists. Martinelli gets a stat. Eddie gets a couple. Most importantly, we're through to the next round of the FA Cup. And it's a massive game against Manchester City when that comes, people. Whenever that is, people. Yeah, at least we're still in the competition. We're still in this, still in the Europa League, still trying to achieve whatever we're trying to achieve where the Premier League's concerned. We keep it moving, people. It's as simple as that. On that note, that's all I've got to say, man. So we prepare for the North London derby. Please like the video, hit your own comments into the comment section in the live chat or the comment section. Make sure you've turned on your notifications and you're checking out the YouTube playlist, folks.
There's always just that active red light defending.
I think it's like